OBS is now picking up gunfire. I don't normally, I never switch out the Fox, but just to make the stream more interesting, I am going to. All right, I gotta put a marker. All right, gotta remember to adjust that marker a little bit. Nah, I'll use Brent's. Why not? Just to make the stream more interesting. I feel like I do a lot of Fox gameplay. Not sure when I'm gonna come back to Isaac in the channel, but I do want to give it a little bit of a rest. I've done 10 videos on that, so I don't think I've even gone up to 5 to any of my other series. And I'm not an Isaac YouTuber. What the fuck is this? What the hell is a spirit egg? I just invited you. I was wondering where you were. I hope they have skins for the characters eventually. That'd be kind of neat. Alright. I want to go up to Elite since you've already... haven't we beaten the game before on normal? Surely it's an unlock for that. Yeah. Make this a little more interesting. I'm not sure I've ever have. Gemini inscription experience described with the craftsman. How different is it? How different is it? Yeah. Oh. That's it? So it's just Isaac then, alright. Doesn't seem too bad. I mean, from your description. From your description, it doesn't seem like it'll be too bad. Yeah. Mr. Enemies. Well, you said they have prefixes. I don't know how you went from prefixes to they, them. No, to be back in the game that runs consistently. Yeah. Yeah, next time we do a prop hunt stream, unless it's with Ray, because she doesn't really like Gmod in general, we're definitely going to be going back to Gmod. I feel like even you enjoyed the Gmod version a little bit more. Yeah, obviously. Unless the game bugged out. Did we already finish this bolt? Alright. There we go. I know. I know. Using the shotgun crossbow. Probably one of my favorite weapons of the game. I never really get a chance to use it though. I'm usually playing as characters who it's not really good for. Alright. Did you get the brick again? Oh. Well, so have I. To all the Scottish people watching, I apologize on his behalf because I know he doesn't. You were. I could hear you. Yeah, I'll take a luxurious gift box. Ostrich lighter? Why is it called ostrich lighter? Oh, I thought you said lighter. I was like, what the fuck is that? Why would there be instruments dedicated to setting ostriches on fire? I'll take greedy choice. Yeah. Yeah. I think, I don't have to use it, so I can just keep it until I get something real good. Should get Uno. I feel like that'd be a fun stream. I'll definitely wait till it's on sale because I think it gets pretty cheap, but it is. And it's kind of like Payday in that only one of us needs to actually own all the decks. Yeah. So I'll just get the ultimate edition. I guess. I don't have any elemental effects yet, so I'm not going to build into any elemental effects yet. I'm going to wait till I start acquiring them. I'm not sure how we'd play that on stream, though. I don't think there's a digital version of it. I guess. But like, how would we play it together? Oh, yeah, that. We used to play with that a lot. Alright, let's go into the vault. Maybe. Unless you still... let's not talk about that on stream. I don't want to talk about that on stream. I don't know. It's a catchy jingle. Just like I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth. Need 877 cash now. Nice. As a non-Pokemon fan, I do not know what it is. I've heard of it, but I haven't really looked into it. When Bungie has the massive leak, the biggest leak in gaming history, let me know. I'm sure they've got some shit. I mean, like, I'm sure corporate culture is never really reflective of what the companies actually like to work at. That. Again, like, I'm sure internal stuff never really is reflective of what the actual product is targeted at. I don't really think that's a surprising thing. I don't know why I would be shocked about that. I'd be more shocked if any of that made it into the game. Oh, right. I keep expecting this to be like some kind of like slashing projectile attack. The lightning sword. Mm-hmm. What you got for me, Kermit? That's a much better weapon. Alright. Plus damage while stationary. I guess there's no reason not to have it. No, you want that? I don't think you do. Yeah. No, let's open up the vault. I'm going in the vault. I know it's something racist. I know it's something racist and medieval enthusiasts like to shout. Not necessarily the same people. I don't know what Soulsborne fan gets up to. I'm not among them. You know, whenever I say I don't like Soulsborne games, or I don't like, or I haven't played D&D, people always act weirdly shocked, and I'm still not sure how to feel about that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't like. It's not really the difficulty it doesn't for me. I just don't find them fun. Hero will lose all ascensions, gain a corresponding number of golden. Well, I don't have any ascensions, so I'll pick it up. Why not? Greed has been spent. I feel like whenever people complain about how fast development is on OBS, I feel like they forget that it's like an open source project. Like, it's being worked on for free by a bunch of people in their spare time, you know? And like there's always like plugins you can use with it. Like, OBS isn't perfect, but it's highly customizable. And again, like, if you're not satisfied with like the main versions of it, you can find like Stream Elements, Streamlabs OBS. Though I heard that company's pretty shitty, so I stopped using Streamlabs. There's tons of like other plugins, I'm sure, that I'm not aware of. Like, you don't have to just use OBS. I'm using it with Stream Elements right now, so I have my little overlay going on. Yeah. Honestly, the more streams in a row that it's the exact same name, the funnier I kind of find it. I'm aiming to have like an active chat at the end of the year. It's not really obviously. I have the follower goal up on my channel, but there's not really a specific number of followers that would like satisfy me. Because followers isn't really what I'm chasing. I just want a chat that's a little bit consistent. I have a chat occasionally. It's just not super consistent. Like any stream where I have an active chat is always a lot more fun. I have considered recording more videos like off stream. Yeah, like, I haven't started doing that yet, aside from like occasional test videos, which will probably never see the light of day on the channel. 'Cause none of them are really good. Like they're not super different, but the vibe is a little changed. You know, I might upload them someday, but not someday soon. Like, I've thought forth and back about it. What? No. Is that what I said? It's the IRS. Time to worry about historically low mortgage rates. There is Bartholomew. Are you ready to get hopelessly abandoned again? Yeah, PETA keeps saying that. So keep abusing animals. That's what they're telling me not to do. Have I done that? Oh, I guess we're not gonna find out. I mean, it's not really a saw, is it? Probably because it has a projectile attack. Thought it did. Maybe I'm thinking of a different weapon. And it's probably because it isn't tagged. Isn't it tagged as like a pistol or something? Yeah, I think it's not tagged as melee. God, why is it tap? God, why is it hold? It always fucks me up. Hopefully. It feels like unnatural, you know? We have like no damage. I realize. Wanna like stop doing what you're doing? You're never allowed to complain about how much I die again. Until you forget. I always forget just how good like all the green eye weapons actually are. The hitboxes can be finicky sometimes. It's just like that. Alright, that should make me sound a little bit better. I think I need to tighten my mic arm because I've noticed it drifts a little bit from my face. Probably be using my smoke grenades more often. I'm just kind of used to playing it. Oh, I sold the brick. Should have picked it up. Yeah, I'm just sort of used to playing on the Fox and having my blazing meteors happen automatically. Yeah, the portal's not usually green. What the hell are you on about? Remember even that I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't think I've ever seen a green portal in this game. Yeah, part of what's great about games like Gunfire and like Isaac is that a run of them usually lasts like 30 to 40 minutes. So you can usually just put up a run unedited and still have a full video, you know? And because they're roguelites, they're usually a lot more interesting to watch unedited. What is? I haven't played that. Does not sound like a game I would enjoy. Does not sound like a game I would enjoy then. Yeah, so far Elite doesn't honestly feel too different. I don't know what you're referencing. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought actually. I haven't really watched any shows in like a few good years. Like at least I haven't watched like any new shows, I should say. Like, mostly just been in reruns for a while now. There's not really been any new pieces of media that's caught my interest outside gaming. But yeah, I got Stardew Valley. I'm thinking of streaming that. I think it has co-op. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it does. What? Yeah, it's one of those games like I don't think there's really a way to lose. There's no there's no failed state in a lot of arsonists. There's no failing state in Stardew Valley. I guess. Yeah, you just kind of keep going. Fuck. Maybe you die because you like to sit there and just tank damage. I think the IRS would say otherwise. Vindictive nature plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds, pumping hit or taking damage. All right, I'll take it. I already have that scroll. Here you go. I don't know why I wouldn't take that. Yeah, I haven't played as the Prince in a while, but I remember that he's a pretty solid character. Like, he is, you know, the default. Yeah. So I would say... also, why are we back in the old version of the desert? I just noticed that. No, this entire match, like we haven't been in like the newer, like brighter sky version. What? Is it? Hmm. Maybe. I don't know. You play this game more than I do. Do you still grind this shit? Hmm. I mean, it's not a game made for you to just sit there and play for like 18 hours. I feel like most roguelites sort of assume you aren't doing that, honestly. Like they're very much designed for you to just pick them up and like your average roguelite is usually designed around you like putting it down for a while and like picking it up later. What? Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it'd be a lot better for you. Yeah, I guess. Let's go. Is armor gating a thing in this game? Like, you know, the payday style of armor gating? There we go. This is familiar. Well, I guess it's less familiar, but you know what I mean. It's what I was looking for. I wonder if they're working on revamping any other areas like this. Isn't the ice area still technically unfinished? Pretty sure it is. I remember that being mentioned somewhere. Like this game is still in like active development, isn't it? Fuck. That's usually what active development means. Hmm. Overall, though, I think every update to Gunfire Reborn has been really solid so far. I don't think I've had one that I would complain about. Ooh. Cloudweaver. Probably my favorite weapon in the game. And now that we're not playing with Kurai, I'm not constantly rubber banding. The Curse of Italy. Did you go into the vault? Oh. Alright. Yeah, so far it really doesn't feel very different on this difficulty. Alright. Yeah, we usually do. Yeah, why wait? Unfortunately, we didn't get an elite spearman this run. We have gone over the 2-hour mark, so we'll see how long this stream goes. Yeah, honestly, I'm struggling a little bit to find things to talk about. Fuck. I've been getting back into Destiny a little bit. There's a new season out. There's a new season coming out. I'm kind of interested in the storyline this time. I didn't really play last season because I don't really care about the Vex, and the whole story was about them. What? I wouldn't know about that. This season right now is just called Revenant. I know Witch Queen was a DLC that came out like 2 years ago, or 3 now. We're a little bit behind the times on that. The current season is very vampire hunter themed. I think the seasonal title is Slayer Baron. But yeah, I've been sort of enjoying it so far. They've added a few interesting weapons. I've liked many of the cosmetics they've added. They made some announcements like they're going to be scaling back the quantity of content added to the game for the future, which everyone acted real surprised by. I'm not sure why. I kind of expected this following like the end of the saga with Final Shape. It kind of feels like the natural next step is to take things slow while you figure out what you're going to do going forward, you know? I mean, they're going to. It's a live service and it's still successful. This is another thing. Every time people talk about the player numbers for Destiny going down, they're like, oh, the game is dead. The game is over. It's going to die. But, like, low player numbers for Destiny is still, like, any other game's, like, highest peak, you know? Like, people forget this is a game that's used to having, like, several million players at one time. Like, it's gonna have content dips. It's gonna have player number dips. But even this game's lower numbers is still, like, a lot of other games would fucking kill for it, you know? I don't know why I'm not using my grenade. I gotta get back into the habit of using grenades. Keep playing as the character who basically plays the game for you at a certain point. If anything, this is a good argument for why I should just keep doing what works. And I don't know why the game just started lagging. And let me see if I can turn down some graphics here. My graphics are about as low as you're gonna get. Turn off that VSync. Maybe that's what's hurting my frame rate. I like having VSync on when I can have it on, but if it's hurting my frame rate this much, I don't want it. I can live without it. Unless it gets too egregious. I'm a guy who, like, doesn't usually mind, like, lower FPS. But I really don't like his inconsistent FPS. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is what I really can't stand. Kinda gives me a headache. Unless it's, like, really low. Like, people act like unless the game's running at 144 FPS, it's awful. Yeah. I don't know. But there's games like that people love, like The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, that usually run at like 15. That game pulls an average 15 FPS. I don't know why people like act like FPS is like a make or break it for a game, you know? I feel like that's people who like either weren't really into gaming until like the 2010s, and people who like were really young and grew up with modern consoles, you know? I think that's where that attitude really comes from. not really shittier. It's just like I'm not like they're more used to like AAA experiences, you know, or like very tailored ones. Like I kind of grew up getting used to games not always running like absolutely peak well, you know. Well, yeah, you play Bethesda games. What? Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that game's a little overrated. You don't think it's bad. People always act like when you say overrated, it means bad. Like, it's more so I don't really think it's better than Skyrim. Like, I've seen a lot of people who say it is. Like, a surprising amount of people. I don't think that. It's better than... I don't think Oblivion is better than Skyrim. Mm. This is a shockingly common opinion. How wrong it is. Skyrim really, like, I guess, polished and streamlined the gameplay Oblivion had to an extent. Like, is the like more fleshed out like unarmed combat of Oblivion fun? Yeah. Is it really necessary to have? No. And I feel like that's kind of why Skyrim skipped out on that, you know? Yeah. Mm. But I say skip down, like, there's not really much building into unarmed combat in Skyrim. For, I don't think so. Like, it'd be fun to have, sure. But like at the end of the day, how often would you actually use that? You know, like obviously they're not gonna make that too powerful, because if you do that, then like, you know, you make weapons kind of less valuable, which feels like in a game with so many weapons, you don't really want to be doing that. Hmm. But also like game design, you don't make like like a super powerful build that's like as easy to get as don't equip a weapon. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I think it's the worm. I think it was the worm. Yeah, it's the worm. I don't remember what you're referencing, but I feel like I should. Oh yeah, that wasn't Haribo. That was Amazon. That was Amazon brand. No, I don't think so. I don't even know if Haribo sells sugar-free ones. Yeah, it was because of the specific brand of sweetener Amazon used. I think I did a lot of that work. Gain 3 stacks of lightless shield every 30 seconds. Each stack incoming negates damage. It is consumed afterwards. You can only have up to 3 stacks at a given time. Alright. Plus 60 damage to enemies affected by elemental effect. Sure, I'll take it. Fuck is this? What? Oh. It does look like we're getting... Right, next should be every college stage is next. Oh yeah, water. No. But it annoys you that I haven't watched it, so I don't want to. Yeah. That and like I just don't really watch shows too often at all. Nice. Gotta pretend I did that on purpose. Backup shield. Cover 40 shield will instantly when the armor's shield's broken. Honestly, I didn't even know this game had difficulty specific unlocks. I've unlocked a lot of things this run. I keep trying to reload Start of Hours if it doesn't reload itself. Want to go into it? All right. What kind of vault is it in? Check. Ah, okay. It should be easy then. Yeah, for the longest time, I thought the catfish gunners were penguins, so I don't know why. Yeah, I guess it doesn't help that all the catfish enemies look completely fucking different. And they don't really look like catfish. There's some arrogant lobsters. Don't know why their name is so judgmental. You want to try that sentence again? It kind of melted down there the last couple of words. Keep trying to hold it. I feel like you've died more than me so far. I mean, that one boss is one of the easiest bosses in the game. I feel like this has been a pretty good run so far, power-wise. Spread fungus. Got the fungus gun. Binding of Isaac reference. Yeah, there's a transformation in Binding of Isaac called Fungi. I don't remember. I think it's all the mushroom items that are part of its set, so it's honestly not that common of one. I don't remember what it does. Actually, I'm not even sure if I ever got fungi. Might have. I know I haven't ever gotten the Bob transformation. Yeah. Fuck. It's a transformation that just makes you immune to poison damage and makes you leave a creep trail. It's, funny enough, Beta 3 pretty common item. I don't know how I've never gotten it. Next to Beta 4 items, but you only need 3 of them. Like somehow I've gotten Guppy multiple times, but I have never managed to get Bob. I don't know what's going on with that. You think we'll make it to the final boss? Think we'll beat him? I'm not holding my breath, honestly. Yeah, we barely managed to beat him on normal once. Honestly, I feel like it might be a little bit too difficult for like how the rest of the game is, you know? I feel like part of what makes him so hard is how steep of a difficulty spike he is. Yes, but like it's not really compelling game design to like have a boss that just something about the boss has just never really been that fun to me. I think you could do with a health increase. Nice. Shoot again. Yeah, I know what Roadhog. I know who Roadhog is. Overwatch players act like Overwatch is some kind of niche game. Mm. Yeah, it's one of the worst companies ever. Mm. Mm. Well, yeah, it's usually not edible. Mm. Fortunately, despite playing Overwatch, I never got invested. I made some friends playing Overwatch, but like most of us kind of stopped playing it. Mm. Yes, everyone knows. Well, that was like a really massive thing in gaming news. I mean, anything that happens in Overwatch is. What the fuck? The seal is loose. Be careful. Oh, we have to prevent enemies from shooting this. I don't think I've ever gotten this vault before. This is new. Why do I have dialogue for it and nothing else? Like why? So like, why is there dialogue for this dungeon and nowhere else in the game? How much newer? I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not tired. about to cross the 2-hour, 30-minute mark. This might be my longest stream yet. Yes. I'll take immunity to slowing effects. Sure. I see no reason not to have it. I guess, yeah. Unless you had some kind of character who gets buffs from debuffs. Sort of like bad PhD style in Binding of Isaac. This is an item that gives you a stat. So when you get a stat down, it gives you a damage up. And when you get a random other effect, it gives you a black heart. Very risky item, but it's also one of the better items in the game. If you get it alongside PhD, it's just random whether or not you get a good... It just goes back to being random. Maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll see how well we do on that boss. Because I've noticed usually in the Frost Zone, despite how many like chests you get, it doesn't really it doesn't amplify your power much. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like you kind of hit a plateau by the time you hit the Frost Zone. And this does not feel like a run that's going to beat the final boss. Yeah, and that those runs have not usually still turned out to beat the final boss. Like, I feel like especially if you're playing with multiple people, you really need both players to just be melting shit. And even then, like, you might not have a good chance against it. Like, that boss's health pool is so fucking absurd. I feel like it's designed with, like, the best possible run in mind, you know? Which I think is a big mistake for a roguelite, because the best possible run is by definition going to be rare. So having a boss that only like once in a while you even have a chance at beating kind of sucks, you know? I don't know. I think that final boss needs some massive rework to be like an actual engaging encounter. Mainly in the health and damage department. Okay, I guess that Kappa does lightning damage. I guess. Yeah, don't they usually? I mean, it's a pretty constant problem in lobster fishing. Roughly 200 fishermen die every year to lobster-based artillery. Stop doing accents. America, do the vault? What? I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah. It's on the map. Bug is fairly easy to find. Well, yeah, it had the boss symbol on it. Hmm. It's going all right so far. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I saw it. Hmm. I'll try it. All right. Ready to go. Eh. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like this isn't an end boss run. Partly because you just don't like fighting the end boss. Yeah. And unless it has like elite difficulty specific unlocks for beating it, I really have no interest in doing it. Casual gunmanship, one of the worst scrolls in the game. Randomly decreases your damage. I don't remember what the criteria is. I just know it's bad. It's just ingrained knowledge at this point. Actually, technically, as there are no suction tips anywhere on those, there technically 10 rules. As a tentacle is defined by the presence of suction cups. Yeah. Yeah, let's call it here. That's a pretty good run. Got a lot of unlocks. If we get a better run next time, I might go into the Frost World to get some Frost enemy based unlocks. All right. End of stream.